What's up, guys? Bloody Masters here again with another video. This is not going to be any video in specific. This is going to be a video of a life story and explaining about this new series, I guess, if you want to say. But getting straight into it, I want to say that I do want to start this series of like life stories or life experiences, just crazy stories like if you know Luna, if you know who that guy is or that channel, um that's all he does. He does life stories and I was thinking I could do some life stories. I don't want my channel to start being more life stories. I just want to incorporate some in because in this video I'm going to talk about a crazy one. I'm not going to spoil it or say what it is right now, but also these videos are not going to be posted like every Friday of one week, like every Friday of every week or something. It's not going to be uploaded like that. It's just going to be whenever I get the idea or just I like the feeling I want to upload a video today about a life story. You get what I'm saying? So, and you guys can comment, like have you done this or has this happened, stuff like that, and just to get my mind jogging on some stuff that happened in the past, or it could be stuff that happens now and onto the future that I could upload myself. But getting straight into it, or getting straight into the story now. This is gonna be a crazy one. It's also gonna be a funny one. It's gonna be about it's gonna be when I was in 8th grade, in middle school, obviously, yes. If you guys do not know, I am a freshman in high school, so yeah, I'm 14. So yeah, I'm just gonna get that basic information out of the way. But moving on, I want to talk about when I was in 8th grade last year. There was a kid that dislocated his shoulder dabbing. Now, you guys are thinking this is funny, this is crazy. I want to know more. I want to hear. So, getting straight into it, it's like I've said for the third time. It was 8th grade, and it's towards the end of the school year. It's May time. I don't know if it was, early May, mid-May, or like late May, But we're in class, and it was after all our I think it was towards the end. I'm not too sure. It was after we had all the major stuff, like end of grade test, all the testing you do at the end of the school year. Most of you guys probably know what I'm talking about, like EOCs, EOGs, stuff like that. Maybe you guys don't do that. I'm not sure. But moving on, it was during the time we're doing that, or it was time after, and the principal said that we can't just sit and do nothing. We can't just sit there, watch movies, do fun stuff since it's the end of school. No, we can't do that. So, the teacher had to do something, and she didn't want to bore us with math because it was in math class. Sorry, and it was 5th period, so it was close to the end of the day. So, getting into it or explaining more, I'm not sure. This is a live commentary, by the way. So, yeah, just bear with me. But I think we were doing, like life lessons. She was talking about budgeting and financing, which I really did pay attention to for once. And while she was doing that, there was this kid. I don't know if he was paying attention. I would guess he wasn't, you know, because he was sitting in front of me in his desk dabbing. Like I said when I started this story, he was dabbing, and I don't know why he was dabbing. I honestly don't, because I'm not him. But everybody hears this loud pop except the teacher, and this kid's arm and shoulder is way low. It is like low because it dislocated, like I said at the beginning of the story. And everybody's looking around and they notice it, and they're thinking it's like, whoa, what'd you do? Did you like, that's not normal. Raise your shoulder up, Kids are just like, you're faking it and stuff like that. He's like, no. He's like, I can't move it, And then the teacher turns around because everybody's just talking, and they're like, they're all in a commotion about him dislocating his shoulder. But moving on, the teacher was like, "Dude, you're lying. Stop, dude. Stop faking it." She was like, you know, it's just a normal teacher at first. They're just like, "You're faking it. Stop trying to interrupt class. This and that." And he's like, "No," and he picks up his arm with his other hand or other arm. It was his left arm that dislocated. He picked his left arm up with his right arm, and he picked it up, and it was limp. It was like a lifeless being. Okay, it was just there. It was limping. It wasn't. He couldn't move it at all, dude. And his shoulder would move around, and I saw it. Sorry for bumping my mic there, but and I saw it myself, and I was like, oh God, that he really did do it. And the teacher noticed too that he really did do it. So she was like, all right, you do need to go to the nurse because I mean it's a dislocated shoulder. They can't do anything. You know, in a school you have to be certified to do first kind of like things like that. You get what I'm saying? So the teacher told him to go to the nurse, and he went to the nurse, and the next day he came into class and told us what happened. When he got to the nurse's office, the nurse did confirm that he did dislocate his shoulder. There we go. Um, and then they called his parents and told him about it. They didn't call an ambulance because I mean a dislocated shoulder isn't that much of an emergency. I mean it's not like you're cut somewhere like a big wound. Like you get what I'm saying. It really wasn't that much of an emergency to call an ambulance. So his dad came and he picked him up, took him to the hospital, and it's just like any other popping out of a limb, I guess, or whatever. They numbed him up. They gave him a shot with numbing medicine in it, and numbed his arm all the way up. And doctors and nurses, they pulled on it and tried to move it and slide it back into place and stuff. He said it didn't hurt as much as he thought it would, but it still hurt because you know when it numbs, it really doesn't numb the bone, so you can still feel your bone moving around on the other bone, like you can feel the rotator cup and stuff. I don't really know how to explain it, but if you guys have been through it, you probably know what I'm talking about. I haven't necessarily been through it, but kind of, you know, I'm not going to explain about it or my experience, but he said that afterwards they had to put his arm in a sling and he had to wear it so that his arm did not pop out again because you're still at a risk for it to pop out because I mean, I'm not sure, I'm not a doctor or in the medical field, whatever. And he came back to school the next day, told us about this, and the teacher was like, "What'd the nurses say?" And he was like, "Oh, well, they asked me what happened, like any other doctor would ask." And he was like, "Oh, I dabbed." And all the nurses knew what it was, surprisingly. And he was like, "Oh," they all started laughing and stuff and teasing me. And that's about it. I mean, just guys, be aware when you're dabbing or cautious. That's the word I'm looking for. Be cautious when you're dabbing because you may dislocate a shoulder or you may, I don't know. Something magical may happen. Something, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, so if you like this video, please leave a like. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe for any future content. Peace.